today?
There's a lot going on today.
Yeah.
There's Cinco de Mayo. I have like 5 of my friends' birthdays are today.
Happy birthday,
So
friends of
all like
Ricky.
5 of them, all throughout different phases of my life. It's Revenge of the Fifth.
Yes, it is.
It's also one of my coworkers' birthdays today.
Love that.
So I watched the prequels today, although I only got through 1 and 2. I did not get to 3.
Fair enough. I didn't watch any Star Wars this year. I didn't have time.
Well, I mean, when I work from home, I have all 3 trilogies on my digital library, so I just turned it on. I was like, whatever.
That's what I miss about working from home.
No, I get it.
hmm
I get it. Yeah, there's a lot going on today, and I had no tacos today, but also like I just paid rent last week, so.
Yeah, we made burrito bowls for dinner last night, so I had leftover burrito bowls.
Nice. I might go to Chipotle tomorrow. Not sure yet.
Chipotle is so good. I haven't had it in so long.
It's also Teacher Appreciation Week.
Yes, it is.
So one of my friends who's a teacher, she was sharing like her schedule for like Teacher Appreciation Week, but apparently they're like, oh yeah, because they're like Monday, because we talked about it. What was it? We talked about it on the weekend. She's like, yeah, Monday we're having a taco truck. I was like, wait a minute, you're having a taco truck the day before Taco Tuesday?
That's crazy.
I was like, who screwed this up? By the way, we have 333 followers on YouTube, which is good.
Wow, love that number.
Yeah, we took a jump a little bit a while ago, and hopefully it keeps on, increasing, which I'm very happy about.
Today for Teacher Appreciation Week, they had virgin margaritas in the teacher's lounge.
Look at you being all inclusive.
Yesterday, while we're at school, they're not going to give everyone tequila. That would be insane.
Touche.
After school yesterday was karaoke.
Did you stay for karaoke?
I stayed for a little bit of it, but we all have to leave at a contracted time.
Gotcha.
But the teacher I worked with yesterday, she wanted me to be in the karaoke group, and I'm like, girl, I should have left 7 minutes ago. It's just something really interesting to me about watching people that are being mandated to do karaoke.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like a great time.
So I guess what they did is, I'm assuming the staff submitted songs they would be willing to do at karaoke. So they had like a spinning wheel. So
gotcha.
It was like karaoke roulette.
Interesting.
I've done that before, like at a karaoke bar. I liked it. I love karaoke.
I know. I've never gotten into karaoke. Karaoke's never been my thing. I'll watch people do karaoke, but I will not partake in karaoke directly.
It's such a good time. We have karaoke mics at the house. Hi, Mr. Fretz.
Yeah, I just can't get myself to do it. It's a weird thing. Hi, Fretz.
Do you like to sing in general, or
no?
That's fair.
I also know I'm flat. Like, I'm naturally flat.
That's why, karaoke, you don't have to be the best singer anyway. It's about the performance, and you like to perform. You're a showman.
I am a showman, but I'm not a singer. It's also
you don't
one
have
of those.
To be for karaoke.
I know, but it's one of those things where it's just it's kind of like my program where if you're gonna do something, you're gonna do it fucking well.
I feel that. I have done many karaoke songs specifically because I knew I could sing it well. But I also have a lot of just fun songs that you don't necessarily have to be incredible to sing, but a bar likes it.
Yeah, again, I'm never that much of a singy I'm not gonna want to go break out on a solo or something kind of crazy like that. I might lip sync it potentially, depending on the song.
You should do a lip sync for your life.
We did that in Greek life in college.
That's so fun.
Or we were on the verge of doing it.
What happened? Why did it happen?
It was something that I forgot what it was, but we I don't know if it ever got to lip syncing, but that was an idea that was proposed at one point in my time in Greek life. We did do we had Greek sing, which is High School Musical, essentially.
Like
What's up?
Like an a cappella kind of group?
No, Greek Sing was a competition during like Greek Week and or
Oh, they're
homecoming
like a
mostly.
show choir?
No. It's a fraternity and a sorority will pair up and you do a song and dance and like and everything. And
Cute.
the rest pairing won, for Greek Week.
That's fun.
Takes a lot of practice and choreography and all this other stuff. It's
Oh,
very
yeah.
cheesy. It's extremely Greek life.
But fun.
Yeah, depending on who you're paired with. And then like it
Yeah.
becomes a whole thing because like then the fraternity has to ask the sorority to be there to be like
Mhm.
their partner, and things like that. Which I do have a good story about that.
Oh, tell me more.
So, like I said, tradition when you're looking for like either a homecoming partner or for Greek week, you're looking for a sorority to pair up to. The fraternity has to act as a sorority, and so at the time that I was president of my fraternity, we were brand new on campus.
Mhm.
So we were like, "What the hell?" We took a straw poll. We're just like, "Yo, who can we like ask to to become to be our partners for homecoming? I think it was homecoming or Greek week or whatever." Um, and so who gets to be our partners? And so obviously all the guys were like, yo, let's get the hottest sorority on campus, bro. Hey, Liv. Um and everything. And so it was the Zetas at the time. And so I was like, okay, how can we do this and be like and kind of finagle my way? So I tried to use kind of my power and my pull and my social currency that I had at the time. And so
Mhm.
I contacted the president of a sorority and I actually took her out on a date. We went to
Cute.
I went to PF Chang's in town and I was talking to Robin just like asking about like would they be interested and she's like she don't know blah 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 but she was non-committal,
Yeah.
which is fine. Cool. Politics plays politics. That's fine. So then I find out via the Zeta, be the president of Zeta, that Teak, another sorority, was going to formally act Zeta in like a really ridiculous way. They like had we had like essentially like a weird like candlelight visual outside of like campus for them and asked
Oh,
them, yeah, something really whatever.
that's so
Um,
weird.
so then I go to my e-board at the time and I'm over one of the house. I'm over the house of one of the e-board people, and we are literally like we are racking our brains like, what are we gonna do? Like we can't
Mhm.
get Zeta now. Tika's already asked them, and like we're kind of screwed. So
Yeah.
we're like drinking, we're smoking hookah, we're being total guy, being like, how the fuck do we do this? And it's going on like hour two or something like that. None of us have any ideas of what we're gonna do, and then all of a sudden one of our e-board members goes, I know we're gonna we're gonna write them we're gonna write them poetry. And I go, what? He was like, we're gonna do poetry to them. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, we could do it. It's like, I'll write it. Because I write poetry. I go, what? and then he's and then he goes, we're gonna give him it's his place, by the way. And he goes, we're gonna give him like a rose. It's like, what do you mean a rose? Like, not a rose, a golden rose. And I was like, what? And he's like,
Is
yeah,
it the Bachelor?
it's a rose dipped in 24 karat
Oh, one of those expensive
gold.
ones.
Yeah, and
I
I was
know
like,
it.
where the fuck are we gonna get a golden rose? He goes, my family owns a jewelry chain. And I go, we have been sitting here for 2 hours drinking and smoking,
And you
and
just telling us this.
you're just now remembering this.
Wow.
So the way we had to figure out what our other who the shorty was we're gonna pick, and then we use classic political spin to essentially. Oops. Oh, you're back, Kay. Are you back?
Oh, hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Well, that was weird.
Very weird. So we used what do we do? I'm just looking at myself. Okay, my mic's good. Yeah, we used a little bit of a political swaying to we spun the narrative so that we got the sorority that we wanted
Hmm.
essentially. And so when we figured out what we were going to do, so what we end up doing is he writes this whole thing, and everybody we pick our best brothers, and everybody who comes to present, because we show up to their meeting. We just show up to their meeting, like dressed to nine, suits and ties, everything. And so we show up to their meeting, and we're all scattered around their meeting. They're sitting in like kind of a horseshoe where their board is on like a flat table, and everybody's in like a circle around them
Mhm.
or circle in front of them. So now we're all scattered around. And then I'm face forward in front of the president of the rest of the e-board because I'm the final line. Okay, so he writes his poem in there, and you don't know where it's come from. So everybody has like 2 or 3 lines, and every line before it transitions to the next person is a sexual innuendo, or
Oh,
it's a
fuck.
suggestive sexual innuendo. Like one of them was like, I remember what mine was. I don't remember what everybody else's was.
What was yours?
So the line before mine, the guy says, "Please don't think we're just in this," and I say, "Heading." So then my line is heading for the lead. We strive to be the best. So I think it's about time we get something off our chest because I was hiding the golden rose in my suit jacket. So then I get on one knee in front of their president. Her name is Courtney Murphy, I believe. And then I say, I present you this rose, a golden opportunity. Will you be like our partners, our lovers, and their sorority was Alpha Z Delta, so AZD. They ate it up.
Oh, gotcha.
They ate it up. From what I've heard, as lore has told me, you're hysterical, okay? As the lore has told me,
It's almost the season.
it is almost the season. As the lore has told me, I believe the president retained that golden rose, like to this day.
Oh, this is really distracting.
Yes. Have you entered the Villa, Kay?
The villa will be open the first week of June.
What's going to save that is you have a green
Why
screen.
is this moving like this? I'm just sitting here.
Because you don't have a solid background. That's why. If you had like a green screen behind you, it would fill everything out.
I'll just blur.
I'm sorry. Kay.
Me too.
So you could buy them on Amazon, just get like a little thing and just project it behind you.
Maybe. I don't know. For the next place, I want to do I have like ideas for like a cutesy setup, but I can't know until I'm in.
Fair enough. Fair.
And
All right,
and I like needed to move this around, but I hate that there's no wall behind me, so I'm just kind of like, so I have my little gallery wall here.
Yeah. So we're good. Okay, we're good. Freds, I hope you're still here. We did kind of, yeah, Freds is still here. Okay. Fred said, I need to be dying of alcohol poisoning to do karaoke.
I know so many people that are like that.
That's hysterical, friends.
I don't know. I fucking love karaoke. I loved it drunk. I love it high. I love it sober. Love me some karaoke.
Loving in a hat, loving on a bat.
Literally. I will have green eggs and ham, Sam. I am.
Mm-hmm. As is your right as an Irish person.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Charles finally got off work. Hi, Charles.
Hi, Charles.
Also, Charles, while you're here, I can probably say this right now. So, remember when Charles was joking about like I'm going to be the pitch of his wedding and you would be my heavy?
Yes.
So, Charles actually was very serious. You and Liv are technically invited to the wedding.
When is it?
It's June 26th.
Oh, that's the last day of school. I cannot go.
I'm going to say, you want to go to Atlanta with me?
I fucking wish. That is the last day of school, guys. I am so sorry.
Oh, man.
Oh, I wish. I would love to go. Oh.
Charles says, I was never joking.
Oh. It is an honor to have been considered to be the first boyfriend.
You would have had a ball.
I know. I would have had a blast. We would have had fun. The food would have been bomb. Like
We're going right at the tail end of their World Cup stint too.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. You'd meet my parents probably. They live down there.
Oh. That's so wholesome.
Right? So yes. Okay, that's your formal invite to Charles's wedding. That you cannot attend formally.
I fucking know. I fucking wish I could go. I want to go so bad, but I have to be a good little employee.
Just for a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm.
Just for a little bit longer. By the way, speaking of Star Wars, because it's been Star Wars Day the last 2 days. Have you watched Maul?
Not yet. I'm waiting to be like caught up on. I'm trying to like clear some shit out of my TV.
Fair enough. The season ended yesterday on official Star Wars Day. Oh, they saved the best for last.
I'm very excited.
Like they knew they were ending on Star Wars Day, and they're like, "We're gonna hit you with some bangers."
I'm very excited. I still have to watch Andor season 2. I'm like,
you don't have to. That's my bias. That's my bias.
No, I loved season 1. Oh no.
I have no. It's not that it's bad. It's just that I don't care for it.
Diego Luna is one of the few men I have time for.
That's why you like it.
No, I don't know. I think I would have liked it if it wasn't Diego Luna, if it was some other guy.
I will tell you this: put the captions on.
Oh, I always have the captions on.
Just because for some reason Andor, their volume for when they talk is so low to me that it kind of ruined my experience for like the first couple episodes. When I turned the caption, I was like, "Oh, this is a little bit better."
I feel like every streaming service, the volume is so wildly different.
It's different for every show, and it's really annoying.
Annoying. Like Disney Plus in particular is so inconsistent with volume.
Yeah. Like I said, I think Andor is a bit of an overrated show, but that's just me.
That's fair.
Not that it's bad, but you know what it is for me for Andor?
What?
Andor, the character sucks. Like I don't like it's not like I don't like Diego Luna. I think he's fine. The character of Andor, Cassian Andor, is a horrible protagonist.
Do they not flesh him out more in season 2?
No, my whole thing is like it's Andor because it sounds better, but the show's really about Mon Mothma. And Genevieve O'Reilly playing Mon Mothma is fucking fantastic.
And Mon Mothma, the show, just doesn't hit quite the same.
Yeah.
Mon Mothma, the animated series.
It's fine. I know we're in the minority when it comes to Andor. I'm still going to say what I got to say about Andor.
No, I like hearing a different opinion. Like we saw Devil Wears Prada 2 on Sunday.
And you didn't see Michael yet, did you?
No, not yet.
How was Devil Wears Prada 2?
I thought it was really cute. So I'm not like I've only seen the first movie like maybe twice in my whole life. I saw I've seen it like in passing throughout the years, like on television or like in the background somewhere. But I've only sat down and really watched it maybe twice. And that one of those times was Sunday before the first movie.
Gotcha.
So it was very fresh in my mind. It felt like I was concerned it was going to be really cash grabby, and I didn't feel like it was cash grabby.
Okay.
I felt it was kind of like a nice update on what the characters have all been doing.
Gotcha.
I liked it. Is it the best movie ever made? No. Was it really cute? Yes.
I'm about to probably go see Mortal Kombat 2 this weekend.
Oh shit, I forgot that comes out this weekend.
Mortal Kombat 2 back. It's a heavy movie year.
I know.
Mandalorian and Grogu comes out in 3 weeks.
I can't wait.
Memorial Day weekend, so.
Yes.
So yeah, it's like I said, it's a heavy movie year. And then Hugh Jackman's Goat movie comes out this weekend too.
That movie looks fucking crazy. I'm so intrigued by it.
I feel like Hugh Jackman's only in it for like the first scene, and then he just like dips.
He has to. Hugh Jackman, I feel like he's just been on such an interesting side quest of movies lately. Like the Neil Diamond cover band movie. I haven't watched it yet. The song Sung Blue, but I don't know why. I saw the trailer forever ago, and I'm just fascinated. I'm like, why did he make this movie? Apparently it's based on a true story, and I misunderstood the trailer at first, so I thought this was like the Neil Diamond biopic. But it's not a biopic about Neil Diamond. It's a biopic about some man in a Neil Diamond cover band.
Yeah, it's bad timing because the Michael biopic shattered all biopic records.
Good. I'm excited to see it.
You should be. It is a great time. It is a fantastic, fantastic time to Michael biopic. I would see it again, to be honest with you.
I heard the studio was greenlit the second one. Is that true?
Probably. I mean, they broke every biopic like opening weekend record.
Well, yeah.
Like it beat Oppenheimer's opening weekend.
Oh, that's crazy, actually.
And Oppenheimer is technically a biopic.
Oh yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
I still haven't watched Oppenheimer. I saw Barbie.
You have my digital library. You can watch it whenever you want.
I know. It's just that's the thing. When I have time to watch a movie, I almost never want to. I feel like it's like wrestling takes up so much of my TV time. And
that's fair.
I just keep adding more sports to my fucking infinity gauntlet of New York sports teams.
That's true.
I watched Raw today while I dyed my hair because I watched the Knicks game last
Did you
night.
get the edited Soul Ruka Soul Snatcher?
I saw the botch. What do you mean what do you mean the edited?
Apparently Netflix edited the Soul Snatcher.
But
so they took out the botch. So they took out the botch part and then so it made it look like she ran up and hit it in one foul swoop.
They did? Because Liv caught that she botched it.
Everybody caught it. She slipped really badly, and I was like, "Look at the shoes she's wearing! Mm-hmm. Like, what made you think you were going to pull that off in no shoes?"
I thought she was just excited to be in the ring with Becky. She just like.
Oh no, she did well, and I will forever support a black cream like Soul Ruka. So
she's fantastic. We are a very large Soul Ruka household.
Soul Ruka.
This is a Soul Ruka household.
She went to your favorite university too, the University of Oregon.
Did she?
Yeah.
Go Ducks.
Her major was something really weird.
Like what? How weird?
I'll tell you in like 2 seconds. Because it was something that's totally like, wow, this is something only Oregon would do.
Like pottery? Basket weaving?
It wasn't bad. It was. She was also a gymnastics person.
I believe it.
Oh, never mind. I thought it was something offbeat, but never mind.
What did she major in?
Apparently, it's human physiology.
Oh, that sounds normal to me.
Her real name is Calyx.
Oh, how do you spell that?
Calyx.
That's a cute name.
Calyx Hampton.
I like that name.
So, AKA Soul Ruka. So
that's a great name.
Well, Soul Ruka's still employed, but many people are not employed. So we're ready to get this show on the road because we're going to talk about a lot of that and some very interesting things that I discovered.
It's so nice for once to talk about unemployment that's not mine.
Not related to you.
Yes. Yeah, I don't wish that on anyone.
True. Cheers to that on Cinco de Mayo. So
cheers.
That being said, we're going to get this show on the road, and we are going to get started in just about 3 minutes. So sit back, relax, and we're going to talk releases and backlash because that's what we're talking about this week.
Because that's why we do what we do.
We'll get back to AEW in a couple weeks. As Double or Nothing is coming up. It's a pay-per-view heavy week, a pay-per-view heavy month, actually.
I hope the internet is ready to see a lot of us.
4 WWE specials, Double or Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of stuff. So we'll try to cover it all in some way, shape, or number. By 4, I also mean AAA. So we'll get to all of that at some point during the month. But until then, we're going to talk about releases. We're going to talk about backlash. We're going to have a damn good time. So we will see you in just about 3 minutes.
Kings of the rings of the illest. King. Kings of the rings of the illest. from the Wrestle Addict Radio HQ, representing kings of the rings to the fullest. King Ricky made the hot tag to Willie T, and out of nowhere like Randy is the Queen Bee. K-Fay brother, 400 plus in the bag like money in the bank brother. See when they pod, it's the opposite of common. Look at the comments, crowned in a certified top 10. You heard? Kings of the Rings pod. Throw up a too sweet when you see the squad. Like a chop in a, I know you feel it. Kings of the Rings are the illest. Kings of the Rings are the illest. Kings of the Rings are the illest.
So good. Cheers to that. Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Happy Cinco de Mayo.
May the fourth be with you. No, it is
And also with you.
God, you are such a Reformed Catholic. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode number 442. We're coming at you live right now on Twitch, on YouTube, on Facebook. Thank you guys for joining us on Kings of the Rings podcast. I am your host, King Ricky Rose, joined by very nice, very evil K Housen. No Willie T tonight. Willie T is dealing with a family matter, so he is not going to be here. So it's Ricky and K. It's going to be a really fun episode. We're going to talk, we're going to chat, we're going to yap it up. But first and foremost, Kay, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. We both have our green glasses on, which I love.
Oh, your green is darker than my green, but yes.
Yeah. I also don't have the big lights on because you know how this house is. I'm good. I've been busy working. I've been watching AEW for once.
I'm proud of you, actually.
You'll never believe I watched Dynamite and Collision.
And Collision?
Do I remember what happened? No, but like I did watch it.
I do know on Collision they did publicly announce, unfortunately, that Rebel has
she's terminal
yeah.
ALS, right?
Terminal ALS, yeah, and that sucks, but it sounds like Tony Khan and company are obviously helping her in any way that they can, which good on Tony and them.
So, I will say, my very quick AEW takeaway, there was so much more wrestling on AEW than there really has been on WWE, I feel like.
Yeah, we're going to talk a lot about that. Right now, actually. So yeah, we're going to talk a lot about that right now because it's very interesting how things are shifting in WWE. And so, as most of us know, we've been accustomed to that after WrestleMania, they are going to release some talent. And that talent sometimes is going to shock you. Sometimes that talent is going to not be so shocking, but it's a little bit different this year, I feel like, especially with all the stuff that's coming out on these talent releases, the timing of some of these talents getting released, so on and so forth. And it's not just WWE, Raw and SmackDown in particular, it's also NXT. They also release people from Evolve. They also release people from WWE ID as well. So it's the entire farm system of WWE. And I'm going to have the list of people who were released on this bottom ticker as we go and we talk about all of this. But some of the notable names from last week and also from earlier this past weekend: The New Day, Kofi and Xavier Woods, Zoe Stark, Aleister Black, Zelina Vega, Alba Fire, pretty much the entire Wyatt Six all got in a foul swoop. You have Dante Chan, Dex Lumis, we talked about them. Andre Chase, no more Chase U. Andre Chase has been released. Apollo Crews, not so surprising to many people. Santos Escobar, kind of a weird one as well. And as you see, there's a bunch of names that are.
Didn't he just resign?
Santos?
Yeah.
I'm not sure about Santos. One of the big ones for me, Tyra May Steele, who was a season 1 female winner of LFG, got released. Tyra May Steele was also the Olympic women's wrestling champion that they had signed.
Oh.
So that was a very big surprising one. But I think the one that shocked everybody most recently has been the New Day's Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. Whereas it has come out, they one day confirmed it. Two, it has been rumored that they were asked to take a pay cut after signing a multi-year deal the year before. And so instead of taking this pay cut after signing a multi-year deal, they decided to up and leave. Kofi did write in his like, yeah, this is real, this is my farewell, being like, always stand up, never back. He said something about like knowing your worth and never settling for less.
Hell yeah, good for him though.
What you were.
Good for both of them.
It is a shame because it seems like a giant misstep for. It's not like they were a locker room cancer. No one talks bad about them. They uplifted so many people. They were very favored, and especially for someone like Kobe, who's been there for almost 20 years. You don't release somebody like that.
They should have been lifers.
They should have been lifers. They should retire on their own terms. Like, even for anything, there's people around in sports and in anything that sometimes you don't keep them around for their talent, even though they were wildly talented. You keep them around because they're good for the morale of everybody else.
Yeah.
The best explanation I can say of this is like Nick Swisher on the New York Yankees, like in the 2000s. Nick Swisher was okay, but he was a great locker room person. He's a personality hire. I'll tell you that from the
Gotcha.
Yeah. He's a personality hire. So that seemed really weird. There's a couple of other weird ones for me. And the New Day also kind of hurt personally because they broke the archetype of the black wrestler in WWE. They were completely authentic, they were completely themselves, and they didn't back down from anybody, including Hulk Hogan. And Kofi being the first ever African born WWE heavyweight champion, a literal African American WWE heavyweight champion, was one of the best moments in the history of wrestling that no one really talks about as much as they should. As well, Xavier Woods kind of creating the avenue of I can be a wrestling fan and a giant nerd and a video game geek, and I can blend all of those together. And like, what happens to Up Up Down Down now? Because WWE technically owns it. Yes.
Oh, they'll probably like try to re-sign him for like a video game deal or some shit.
Yeah, and Xavier Woods really brought that down. Like people don't understand how great Up Up Down Down was because not only did you see them playing video games, but you saw your favorite wrestlers in a different light.
Yeah, I always liked when WWE did like other kinds of shit, like Up Up Down Down and like backstage segments like that because it made wrestling feel like more like
they humanized them.
Yeah.
They humanized them. Like AJ Styles being a big video game nerd. I learned a lot about Lacey Evans when she was on Up Up Down Down. And they just talked about stuff. Regardless of what you feel about Lacey Evans, she was very open and honest with like how she grew up, better than any of her ill-fated video segments had towards the end of her career, which apparently, surprise, she's on her way back. Not to WWE, but she says she wants to return to wrestling.
Please, no.
I support it. I've always loved the Lacey Evans character. That is just me. I thought she was fantastic as the sassy Southern Belle. When they tried to make her Sergeant Slaughter, was kind of a bit of a push. Like she was fine as like this over the top like freaking antebellum South woman. Like I thought she was so good at that.
Yeah.
But apparently the reason this is a cyber work, it's apparently the reason she's coming back. She left because she wanted to raise children and she had children. Now she's going back because her children want to see her when she was a wrestler. Like they're older now and they want to be like, what were you like when you were a wrestler?
Now, that's often the storyline for wrestlers that leave to go have kids.
And
gender.
And I think the good
Look at
part
Goldberg.
Yeah, it's true. And the son's now playing for Deion Sanders in Colorado. But I think it's more important. Deion and Goldberg were friends. We're NFL teammates back in Atlanta. But I think it's more important for somebody like Lacey Evans to come back to wrestling and succeed.
Yeah.
I mean, Becky's been able to do it, but I think there needs to be more women that can leave, have a child, and come back and still have a level of success and fame. Because usually, I feel like it's the stigma in wrestling. You get pregnant and your career's over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? and and we're hoping for, obviously, like Carmella got pregnant a couple times and she hasn't come back since. She was also released, unfortunately. We're hoping for Naomi to come back and have a good run. And there needs to be more of a change of culture where women can go have a child and then come back when they're ready and still maintain a level of success.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
Slowly.
Slowly
Very
but
slowly.
surely. Slowly but surely. Some of the other ones that I think stuck out to me in release wise. The Wyatt Six, I kind of get. There's a rumor that somebody in TKO doesn't like spooky gimmicks. I'm like, how do you explain the Undertaker, one of the greatest gimmicks of all time?
Stupid take.
Motor City Machine Guns got a really horrible run at this whole thing. It is a damn shame.
So much.
Yeah,
they deserved so much better, and WWE just hoarded them.
Yeah, I got a lot of a feeling of just like, why would you sign them if you weren't going to use them? Like, are you just signing them so that they don't sign anywhere else? Which WWE has done before.
That's what schoolers do.
Zoe Stark really kind of irked me.
I was surprised by Zoe Stark. Like,
I was, because
she was injured for a while, right?
She blew out her knee. Mm-hmm. She had, the story is she had recently gotten cleared to come back to wrestle. Mm-hmm. And then they let her go.
I was excited. She wasn't my cup of tea, but I was excited to see what she was going to do next.
I was excited. Zoe Stark has always been... I've always liked Zoe Stark. Mm-hmm. I thought she was a good in-ring performer. She was slowly getting that personality coming. Mm-hmm. And like, she could work. Kairi Sane was a massive
insanity.
It didn't make sense to me. I mean, there's talk like, oh, she wanted to go back to Japan, but like, no, she was in the middle of she was going to be a hot babyface.
She was in the middle of the story.
Yeah, the Io Asuka match needs Kairi Sane.
Yeah, like, it doesn't, like, I understand if like she wanted to move to Japan or whatever, but like, why do this whole story and not end it?
Yeah, well, like, write her off or some way. They just let her go.
Yeah, like, WWE for years has been like mad lazy with writing, but now with TKO here, it's even like worse.
Yeah,
like, none of the decision making makes any sense.
Yeah, Aleister Black and Zelina Vega. Aleister Black getting fired like a year after. Like, it's so weird, especially to have Zelina Vega go with him too. Zelina Vega was very vocal about she didn't find out she got released until I guess Sean Ross Sapp. Oh no, Sean Ross SRS.
He announced their release.
He announced it before she was able to do it herself. And like, I get it, he's just
shit.
He's being the news guy, but yeah, I would wait a little bit. Like, that's,
Yeah.
It's one of those things. Aleister, I think, got also the short end of the stick. He was supposed to be part of a Randy Orton angle, and then they went with Pat McAfee and all of that.
I feel like they were like never, since they brought him back, they were never quite ready to pull the trigger on him. They were like it was like a stop and start kind of thing.
It's weird. Tonga Loa and JC Mateo were also released as well. JC Mateo, aka Jeff Cobb, didn't get a great run in it. He was also like a 1 year and done type person as well, which is, it's, some of these releases are very weird. Alba Fire, I really did not like as well, because like, she made the Chelsea gimmick great, and now they're trying to push Chelsea over to, I guess, her and Tiffy.
I wish they let her stay as Kaylee Ray, because Kaylee Ray in NXT UK was a fucking killer. She was so good.
She's the longest rating NXT UK champion of like all time.
They didn't let her do shit. Like,
yeah,
she did come out so much talent, they didn't know what to do with it.
Yeah, and there's a thing about it too. I was listening to a clip from Coach's show who had Mark Henry on like Sirius Radio, and they were talking about the whole thing, because like, one of the things TKO has done, one of the things TKO has done is they eliminated house shows. They don't do live events like they used to.
I was talking to Liv about that the other day. I'm like, everybody's getting hurt because people aren't conditioned as much, so they're not wrestling all the time.
And TKO is favoring away from live events. So why have all that talent? Because you don't need talent for live events. You need talent for TV.
Mm-hmm.
And it's screwing a lot of stuff up. I've also heard, and this is unconfirmed, I also heard that on the day of the release, they also asked a bunch of talent to take pay cuts as much as 50%.
That's fucking insane.
You know, and I'm assuming New Day was one of those people who they asked to take a pay cut. Obviously, they asked to restructure their contract, but they asked to take a pay cut, and they were like, "No, we're not going to do that." So it's really weird that they're trying to. It's very much trying to maximize profits, but like also you're in essence killing the business. Like Zelina did also confirm that when she got the call, it wasn't from WWE personnel, it was from TKO personnel.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot of weird things going on. And when you look at Mark Shapiro's comments, who made almost like 50 some odd million last year, to Nick
What did
Khan
Mark Shapiro say?
Well, Mark Shapiro was talking about Mark Shapiro made comments a couple of weeks ago at that someone recorded him. He was at University of Alabama, which is a great place to do a commentary. He was at University of Alabama talking about like, you know, the end all be all TKO has final say on anything that happens at WWE, which is kind of just an umbrella statement because no shit, you own the company. You know, but he talked about like he was asked about the profit margins and things like that. He talked about like, you know, we like celebrity involvement. He talked about why we're all scattered on different streaming services. He was like, you know, I heard to watch New York Yankees, you got to have like 10 different streaming services. So like, we're just,
he said
like, no, but it's close. But he's like, we're just following the crowd. I'm like, that doesn't mean that's good. You know, like he supported being
doing that.
Yeah, it screamed to me that the TKO brass, the powers that be, don't know the wrestling business, and they're going to, in essence, kill the wrestling business. Because this is very similar to what happened at WCW when AOL Time Warner took them over.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're trying to make this as a traction thing where, like, UFC is an attraction sport.
Yeah.
You know, WWE and pro wrestling in general create storylines.
Mm-hmm.
You create stories, you follow stories, you build stories. That's how the wrestling business has progressed and how it's been for a long while. And TKO is trying to kind of upend that and like, okay, we only need people for such and such time frame. Look at what happened to Brie Bella. She came back at the Rumble. She's like, I'm ready. And they're like, we'll tell you when you're ready.
Yeah.
You know, AJ Lee is pretty much gone for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
You know, they're bringing in people for these runs, but that's not how wrestling works.
Mm-hmm.
You know, AJ Lee is an attraction, but AJ Lee can be a you know, week in and week out wrestler.
Yeah, and I feel like wasn't it presented to us that she signed like a multi-year?
It was presented to us that she signed full-time multi-year. Yes.
Like I thought AJ Lee was going to be wrestling every week, and I'm not trying to complain about the AJ Lee run or anything, but she like only wrestled Becky and Bailey at one time.
Bailey once, yes.
Like,
and she did War Games.
Well, yes, but I feel like War Games was to further the feud with her and Becky.
It
but
was.
like that's the point I'm trying to make. Like, there's so many missed opportunities throughout WWE, especially with all the like the Divas eras of booking going on right now. Like, it's really fucking annoying if I'm being honest. Like,
it is.
I specifically watched Collision this week because I'm so frustrated with WWE that, like, look, I don't always agree with AEW. I'm not always interested in what the fuck AEW is doing, but like, bad, worse, whatever, they're at least committed to putting actual wrestling on TV.
Yeah, I mean, anything on TV is always going to be some sort of like story about wrestling. Even AEW is a show about wrestling. It's not always a wrestling show, and that's perfectly fine. That's what we're accustomed to. That's how wrestling in general has grown in popularity throughout the years. But TKO's playing with fire here. They're playing with a lot of fire, and I think I believe that they think that they are above reproach. And that they won't alienate everybody. Like they feel like they're an inelastic brand.
That's crazy.
You know, and AEW is in the right spot to steal a crap ton of people. AEW is playing this very consistently really good game here.
Yeah.
Their content has gotten better. I will say their content has gotten better. Their story structures for their feuds has gotten a lot better. You know, and the quality of their stuff has been a lot more consistent.
Yeah, I really enjoyed Dynamite this week. Like,
yeah, and they are going to. And listen, when those 90 days are up for some people, You can see the New Day in AEW. You can see Motor City Machine Guns is definitely going.
Oh, 1,000,000%.
100% is good.
But can you imagine like the fucking New Day versus the Young Bucks at Wembley? Legendary.
Where's the Motor City Machine Guns? You can have a triangle triple threat match.
You could have a fucking fatal 4-way with FTR.
With FTR, exactly.
You could add Edge and Christian.
Yeah, Cage and Cope.
No.
You can do a lot here, and then, like I said, they are playing with a lot of fire. Even I read Bobby Lashley was like this when Bobby Lashley was asked about the New Day being released. Bobby Lashley's like, that's a dumb move. Bobby Lashley's like, that's an idiotic move.
But he's right though. Like the New Day has done so much for the business and for WWE.
And for the WWE demographic, there's a lot
They should have been given whatever the fuck they wanted for their whole career.
Like, they have done anything WWE has asked them to do.
Yeah. Like, Kofi has been wrestling for WWE for more than half of my life.
Yeah.
He was, what, 18 years he was with WWE?
Almost 20, yeah.
I'm about to be 35. Like, it's more than half my fucking life.
Yeah.
Like, I thought he would only ever wrestle in WWE. I never thought they'd get released. Never in a million years.
Honestly, and if Kofi never returns to wrestling, then so be it. I think he's deserved it.
If he wants to retire right now, and like
I think he deserved it.
Right,
yeah,
he deserves it. Same thing for Xavier.
I think Xavier will return to wrestling.
Me too. I think Austin Creed's gonna have a run for sure.
Yeah, my fear for WWE in general, especially with this corporate takeover and the people that are in corporate at this time, is that they're becoming too essentially Eurocentric.
In what sense?
As in, they are going to anything that's not Eurocentric, mean like more European centric, but also more. They're becoming too corporate, and they're not going to take risks.
Oh, they're so corporate now.
Yeah, I mean WWE's already been corporate. Like they're not going to take risks
beyond, They're so it's sterile now, is what it is.
Yeah, they're not going to take risks. They're going to go 2 months with the metrics of like, oh, this is what they're, this is how people react to this. Is how people react to that. They're not going to be willing to experiment. Like, they're not going to be willing to experiment when people give people chances. Either you're going to hit or you're not going to hit. And if you don't hit, you're out. You're not going to give time for people to build. And wrestling is built on a lot of organic and slow build storytelling. Kofi Mania doesn't happen unless you take time to build that. Daniel Bryan's rise doesn't happen unless you take time to build that, much to their behest, but it worked. Like the story of Hulk Hogan, the story of Stone Cold Steve Austin, the story of The Undertaker and Kane, all of that takes time to build. It is not an instantaneous thing.
Yeah.
But they're going to go like Becky will always have a job because Becky's tried and true. And she's has crossover appeal. They're going to go a lot of people with crossover appeal. But crossover appeal only gets you so far. You still need to have your mainstays that actual wrestling fans like.
Yeah. And I feel like New Day was both of those things, all of those things.
Correct. They were. They crossed a lot of things. But I don't think they understand the impact. I've seen so many people of color online talk about the impact that the New Day had on them as a wrestling fan.
Yeah. Kofi Mania is one of the greatest things I've ever experienced as a wrestling fan.
And one of the things I think WWE is missing is that they're not going to give people a chance to sink or swim.
Yeah.
And they're going to the diversity of WWE is going to be so watered down in the next couple of years that AEW is going to win by default because they're going to have diversity and variety. And I think WWE is going to be watered down and bland, and there's going to be no variety. And it's all going to be TKO's fault.
You can say white and straight, Ricky. It's okay.
That's right. Well, you look at all the releases. The Wyatt Six are totally, cosmic characters. Zelina Vega, Aleister Black, totally out there characters. The New Day, people of color. There was a couple of talent in NXT that they released. People of color, Kairi Sane. It's all a lot of this. Tyra May Steele, Santos Escobar. I'm reading the bottom tally here. A lot of these performers that are getting released are POCs.
You know who I thought would have gotten released but didn't get released?
Who?
Nikita Lyons.
Everybody wants the Key to Lions to be released.
Girl. The Key to Lions is like my new Kotr reason.
You know, but with all of that being said, and all these releases, as unfortunate as they are, one of the good things about wrestling right now is that wrestling as a business is very healthy. TNA is doing really well, surprisingly enough. You know, AEW is building. Ring of Honor is still kind of whatever. But there's more avenues for these performers to continue their careers other places. Look how good Nick Nemeth has been, formerly Dolph Ziggler. He loves TNA. You know, and with that being said, with all of these things that are, you know, that are people being released, there's opportunities for people to kind of show up and more people to be signed, especially in NXT and below that. So speaking of which, there was a crap ton of new faces in NXT. In particular, the faces of Evil from New Japan Pro Wrestling, Lizzie Rain, and Will Cruz shined in their debuts in NXT this past week. Evil was very much so alleged to have signed, and he finally showed up, kind of scaring the crap out of Tony D. Will Cruz was the guy the heavyset man who moonsaulted perfectly on the Tony D.
That boy can move.
He is the former Progress Atlas champion. John Cena even Instagram posted about him.
Oh shit.
So it seems like he's in high regard. I've not seen much of his work, but everything I've seen of him is that he is a freak of nature. He's an athlete and everybody loves him. So this might be a giant coup for WWE and NXT. And Lizzie Rain seemingly came out of nowhere.
I'm obsessed with her. Oh my god, I love her. She's so fucking cool.
Is it the 80s thing for you?
Yes, but I also really like Iron Maiden. And she's like the niece of one of the guys from Iron Maiden.
Okay.
But I like her style of wrestling. I also find it interesting.
Her finisher was really cool, like the step up knee to the face.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I thought that was really cool.
She's gonna eat in the Royal Rumble.
She has an energy to her. Her and Shotzi would have been fun together.
Yes. Shotzi was my first thought when I watched her wrestle.
Her and Shotzi would have been very, very fun together. But I mean, NXT this past week was, my God. They brought people from Evolve. They brought people from LFG. They brought people from overseas, clearly with Evil and Will Cruz.
It felt like black and gold NXT.
Because it's like you never know who is going to show up. You know, the opening segment with Shawn Michaels, like, who are we bringing in? Are we going to have people step up? Are we going to have people? And they were like, we're just going to do all three. And so with the heavy losses that they took from the past week, Blake Monroe, Joe Hendry, Ethan Page, Sol Ruka, the entire Fatal Influence, which JC Jane I think is going to be a really, really good in the main roster. They lost Ricky Saints. They lost so many of their core talent, which happens all the time.
Yeah.
And so you wonder how they're going to bounce back. But this past week was kind of a statement like, okay, we brought in all of these people and we're going to do something. So I'm very interested in NXT and what they're doing, especially because, as we're going to see here, they decided that they're going to go to ESPN as well. So let me explain this a little further for you, Kay.
I fucking can't with this ESPN deal anymore. I'm so sorry.
So NXT brokered a deal with the CW and CW Sports that all of their PLEs, starting with the Great American Bash this summer, because I think that's the next one, was going to be on the CW. And so that was posted like Monday.
Like on cable?
Yeah. That was the idea.
Cool.
That was what
accessible.
That was what the original news that broke was, like, I think last Monday. That's what was going to happen. I was like, okay, NXT got a deal. We're going to be on cable. It's not going to be on Peacock anymore. There's no reason for you to actually be on Peacock unless you want to watch Saturday night's main event, which Peacock still holds the rights to.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next day, ESPN reports that they have brokered a deal with the CW Sports, which is technically what NXT is part of, and that the CW Sports their entire package, including I think like their college sports, their NASCAR racing, and NXT, will now be streamed on ESPN Unlimited. So it's
That's
not.
insane.
So it is not NXT going to the CW Sports. They are, but it's NXT essentially going to ESPN Unlimited, just like the PLEs in North America went to ESPN Unlimited as well. In one instance, this is what we all wanted as wrestling fans. We all wanted a single place, for the most part, where we can watch all of our wrestling stuff. And we got close. We're getting closer. All of our PLEs from here on out are all going to be in one place. On another way to look at it is that you also still have to pay for ESPN to get this.
But the internet wrestling community is not manifesting correctly. They're not being specific enough in the way that they are manifesting us having one singular network to watch WWE. If you want to manifest correctly, you will be manifesting $9.99 a month for the WWE network.
Yeah, it was an interesting move because I was just like, one day I was like, okay, let's go into the CW. That'll be cool. We'll all watch it. You know, it made sense because like it's technically developmental, and it kind of brings in that cable audience. And then it was like, oh no, sorry, we're joking. And I have a friend who works for technically ESPN streaming, and I was like, can you stop buying up every sports streaming thing? And he's like, no. I was like, this is disgusting.
I'm so sick of ESPN.
We're gonna have to get used to it.
I know. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna complain.
Although on the flip side, like ESPN is really, really trying to push to get ESPN Unlimited off the board because obviously money. And if this does help the mainstream, more of a mainstream audience get invested in NXT, this could yield benefits potentially. I'm not sure. But
I don't know.
Saquon, our friend Saquon brings up a good point. He goes, I thought the deal for NXT was that it's going to be on both. Do you have access to either? You can watch it on either. I don't know. That is a good question. My answer is I don't know. If it is going to be shown on the CW as well as ESPN Unlimited and you can do either or, I think that's awesome. You know, I think that's an awesome deal. If it is you have to go to ESPN Unlimited to watch it, then that might be a little bit of a snafu. But hopefully they clear that up and that it is going to be seen on CW proper on as well as ESPN Unlimited. Because that's a way I can see it and be like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I feel like if it's on both, that would be better. That way you have the people to have the option. But like, they're so stupid. I understand that these are the people with the college degrees, and like I'm not. But like, if you're trying to make money, because everyone knows TKO needs money because everyone's in debt. Everyone's in debt.
Course.
Trying to make money. You can bring in new wrestling fans so easily by putting it on television for free, or putting it on, a cheaper app like I don't know, Peacock, the network, perchance. Like I understand that times are expensive and that we're never going to go back to, I feel like, a normal cost of living ever again. But like, you have to be rich to truly enjoy wrestling, and it's such a bummer.
Yeah, it really is, and I don't know how we're going to fix this, but we will definitely see what happens with it. In particular, so it is one of those things that Eric Bischoff said in a TED Talk years ago, and it's a fact thing. Professional wrestling has always been a top 10 most watched product in the history of television. Always has been. Always been a top 10 most watched product in the history of television. So the fact that we're kind of sometimes moving off of television seems like a bad misstep based on just the fact that it's always been well watched and well received.
Yeah. Like, it's so dumb. Like, keep it on at least one streaming service if you need to include streaming.
I think we will get there at the 5-year point of a Netflix still. I think a lot of things will move over to Netflix. Yeah, I think a lot of things will move over to Netflix.
I sincerely hope so.
That's what I think, because they have the 5-year opt-out clause, and I think they're going to opt out, renegotiate, and at least for the States, and get most of it on Netflix. Not the greatest thing ever, because they lose, obviously, like TV contracts for most things, but it could work out in the long run. Be it as it may, so we have all these NXT people showing up. They're doing things, but now it's time to get to nitty gritty and talk about Backlash. Backlash. And essentially, WrestleMania, essentially Backlash this year is the things we forgot to do at WrestleMania that we should have done at WrestleMania, either due to injury or we were just being idiots. It's going to happen this Saturday, May 9th at 6. Okay, 6 Eastern from Tampa, Florida. It is also going to be just like they did WrestleMania. The first hour of Backlash will be on ESPN2, on cable, ESPN2. Proper amendment for the rest, you have to go to ESPN Unlimited app, so on and so forth. So Backlash is a card that's not really big. Again, it's kind of just like, oh, here's a crap we forgot to do, or we weren't able to do for whatever reasons. So it's kind of like very much so a WrestleMania light this year, but also including in the WrestleMania light is John Cena. John Cena
history-making news
is coming to Backlash, although he does live in the Tampa area, I believe. So this isn't really a lift for him. But John Cena is going to be showing up at Backlash with history-making news, whatever it may be. There has been a lot of talk about the future of WrestleMania. They haven't announced WrestleMania 44 yet. There's been a lot of talk about Club WWE, which John Cena is the spokesperson about as well. Nick Khan said, wait till you see what we have to announce for WrestleMania's coming back. We do know that the city of Nashville has made an open bid for WrestleMania 44, especially because they got screwed out of 43 because they were supposed to get 43. So there is a lot of speculation on what this history-making news would be. Kay, what are your best thoughts on what John Cena has to announce? Don't say the return of Eva Marie.
That isn't history enough. I would say history-making news for WWE would be that John Cena is going to host SummerSlam. They're not going to give us anything good. It's going to be some kind of bullshit something. And I'm trying to not think of the Club WWE, because there's no way they can do history-making news be something that costs money. Oh my God, what if Saudi WrestleMania is 3 days long? History-making news, the first 3-day WrestleMania in history.
More money. More money. Real quick, Taquan did some research, and it says that that NXT PLEs will be simulcast on CW as well as ESPN. So you may get your wish. So thank you, Taquan, for that. Charles's guest, Sir Charles, our friend, his guest is WrestleMania Vegas resident, and Cal, no, please no. Taquan has another guest, but we're not going to go into that one. What it is.
I gave it a good chuckle.
I bet you did. I for one think it's Club WWE. I think we're being set up for something stupid, and I think it's Club WWE.
Oh, I know it's something stupid. I just don't think something that is history-making news should be a subscription.
They really Hugh Jackman John Cena, because this is a very till you're 90, John. You're not leaving at all.
John Cena's just going to show up at every event for the rest of our lives.
He won't wrestle, but he'll definitely show up all the time.
What else could it be for real though?
It's either WrestleMania, because remember we have SummerSlam in Minnesota. Indianapolis still also is owed a Mania.
Was there a specific time they had to fulfill that by?
No, it's in the future. Indianapolis is owed a Mania. They're also owed a SummerSlam as well, I believe. No, Indianapolis got the SummerSlam. They got the Rumble. They're owed a Mania. Yeah, they're owed a Mania. Indianapolis is also owed a Mania as part of the contractual obligation that was procured by Pat McAfee.
So Indianapolis
Nashville.
owned Mania. Nashville has a bid in.
Nashville
New
has a
Orleans,
bid in.
and New Orleans is owed a Mania technically, right?
I don't know if New Orleans, they want to return to New Orleans sometime in the future, so you can put that in the bid as well potentially. Even though New Orleans is getting money in the bank, which is probably a great city to do that in.
Yeah.
Um,
It's in fucking September.
if it is Mania, that'd be cool. Nashville would be great. I've never been to Nashville. I hear good things.
Nashville, oh my god, Nashville's so much fun.
You
I
know.
loved Nashville.
So I would love it to be Atlanta just for purposes.
I would love an Atlanta WrestleMania.
We have friends down in Atlanta, so
Yes. Traffic, I feel like, would be a nightmare.
not really. So it's going to be interesting what this announcement is. I still say it's Club WWE. I really do. I hate to tell you, I think it's Club WWE. I'm sorry. I think that's what it is.
I'm trying to give them slightly the benefit of the doubt that I know they don't deserve.
It's going to be a waste of an appearance.
Poor John Cena. What if the history-making news is that it's the biggest gate at our Backlash?
Due to price gouging.
Yeah.
I don't freaking know. God, I just want John to rest at this
he
point.
He deserves a break.
Yeah, give John a break. I mean, he also is promoting the Acme movie, Coyote vs. Acme. Yeah.
It looks so good.
It's the movie that they canned.
I know.
And they brought back because it got good. It got good views. So we'll see. I don't know. Maybe WWE partners with Looney Tunes. Who the fuck knows?
That would be fun as fuck, though.
It's
like imagine Space Jam with WWE.
It's better than their OVO partnership.
The Warner Brothers did an OVO partnership?
No. WWE partnered with OVO. They have a whole line of clothing with OVO.
Oh, got you.
Yeah, not a fan. Not a fan.
Let me look it up then. Okay.
You didn't see the OVO collab?
I probably did and didn't process what it was.
Makes sense. Yeah, that's a good one, Taquan.
All I see on the shop is a WrestleMania 6 hoodie that's not cute and a Shawn Michaels shirt that's mid.
So Taquan says the surprise is Cena shows up in full Peacemaker gear and technically unretires.
Oh my god.
Only if he does the season 1 dance. Only if he does the season 1 dance. But enough about John Cena and will he or won't he or whatever he is. Maybe John Cena's the next guy on The Bachelor. Who knows? No, he's married. Never mind.
It's not that.
What are you trying to figure out now, Gay?
I don't know. It can't be Club WWE.
I'm telling you, it's I think it's Club WWE. Well, while we figure that out, let's move on to what is going to be going on in this PLE. It's only like 5 matches or so. We have, it's a very quick show. Jacob Fatu, Roman Reigns World Heavyweight Championship on the line. Jacob Fatu has brought out the Tongan Death Grip, which I think is absolutely fantastic, especially since he got rid of one of the Tongans in the first place. I love how delusional Roman still is, where he's like, why would you choke me out like that? I was like, Roman, you choked out like half of your family throughout the last 4 or 5 years. What do you mean? How could you choke me out like that?
He's got a very selective memory.
I mean, he's also selective on the dates he's supposed to be appearing too.
Yes.
As well, Mr. I'm going to work full time is not working full time. Which surprise. He got the title that said he's going to be back all the time, and he's never going to be back.
Yeah.
So it's very annoying. I also don't like them reverting back to the bloodline angle. Like, will Jacob or won't Jacob fall in line? And so I feel like we've been through this.
I mean, maybe they've got. No, they don't have anything cooked. Who am I kidding? I was really invested in the bloodline storyline for such a long time. And I just feel like we're being kind of like dicked around a little bit.
They're kind of like, oh, let's go back to this. So we don't know anything else.
Yeah, like you said earlier, they're not willing to take any risks.
Yeah, they're definitely not.
But the gingerbread man is, of course, quality TV.
It's had
The
its run, but
gingerbread
it's
man
time to
is
go. Yeah.
R.I.P.
Yeah. With this, it just seems like they're jostling Jacob around. Like Jacob, in my opinion, still should have been in the WWE Championship scene at WrestleMania.
I agree.
With him and Drew Randy, and Cody would have been a fantastic Fatal 4-Way main event.
Yeah.
But they went away from that and they mucked it up, essentially. And now you're
I
doing
thought
this.
he would have been a world champion by now.
Yeah, and you're doing this thing with Roman, like Jacob beating Cody, or Jacob winning in a Fatal 4-Way and dethroning Cody would make a great sense to be a great shocker. Roman can still beat CM Punk, and then you have a battle of like the families on both shows, and that would be a compelling story to do.
Yeah.
But this, it seems like they're throwing Jacob around. Like they obviously like Jacob. He was on ESPN promoting this main event today, but Roman's your breadwinner. Roman's your crossover star.
Yeah.
And you might have seen it as well as I saw it last night when I watched Raw. Roman and Sep's happening at Mania for that title.
For sure. That fucking shot in the beginning, I didn't finish Raw yet, but the shot in the beginning of Raw where they're, I guess, backstage or whatever, they're behind the WWE.
Where Roman's kind of pissed that he got called into a contract signing, and Sep's like, "You're in my way."
Yeah, it's coming.
Oh yeah, no, it's happening. Sep's wearing all black again now. Like no more colors.
Yeah, we were complaining about that. The decuntification of Seth
We are
Rollins
a couple of months away from a blonde streak. I'm telling you, we're a couple months away from a blonde streak.
Yeah,
it's coming. So with that being said, this is classic LOL Roman wins.
I was getting my head. I was just thinking that this is an LOL Roman wins match.
We're in the bloodline wolf pack.
We are.
You know what it is? It's for me actually. It's not so LOL Roman wins, but I think here's what's going to happen. Because if you do this correctly, which TKO will not, as I write down your answer, okay? Because it's Roman. I think this goes to a no contest. I think Seth ruins this main event.
No, not yet.
So here's what we're going to do. Go ahead, Kay.
I feel like this is a Roman fest through and through.
It could be. I like the idea of Seth ruining the main event. Jacob gets pissed at Seth, so you have Jacob and Seth run through the summer, giving Roman time to get out of there, and then once Seth dethrones Jacob, which I'll probably say months later, like that sucks for Jacob, but you're getting Seth Roman because of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like I said, I think the end all be all for summer is Seth Roman in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
And the intriguing part about it is Roman has never beaten Seth one-on-one clean.
Oh, you're right.
Ever. So it's the easiest intrigue for that entire setup. So
we need it.
Yeah, and before Seth even does that, he has to get past Braun Breaker. The match was supposed to happen at Mania before somebody got injured. Yeah. So Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker. This is just a one-on-one match. Braun Breaker he's gotten better with his spray tan.
Yeah, he looks less orange.
He's still a maniac. Seth's selling the mess out of him. He's really just Goldberg 2.0.
Yeah.
He really is just Goldberg 2.0. Good call, Taquan. Taquan thinks Roman's dropping all that SummerSlam. I don't think that's going to happen. Not yet. But Seth and Breaker, it's a good match. I like where it could go. This is a toss-up for me, but I'm going to go with the more... I think Seth, after being choked out by Gunther at Mania, needs a win to reestablish it. Like, if we're still going with the booking, which I am, Seth versus Roman as the end-all, be-all, Seth has to win this.
Oh, see, I disagree. I was with Braun. I think Braun needs the win because if WWE is trying to focus on younger talent lately, which allegedly was another reason for a lot of the cuts, WWE allegedly wants to focus on younger talent. So they need to reestablish Braun Breaker as the guy a little bit. So I think Braun wins.
Okay,
It
fair
won't
enough.
hurt Seth. I don't think it'll hurt Seth.
That's fair. My whole I guess counter to that is that Braun looks strong coming out of Raw.
Oh, I didn't get to him yet.
Yeah, Braun looks strong coming out of Raw. So theory of opposite momentum is Seth takes
Yeah.
it. He also I feel like I know a reason why they want to work on younger talent.
Because everyone's old.
No, because younger talent's cheaper.
That too.
Cheaper talent. Speaking of which, there's a theory that someone proposed online saying that they probably asked Brock to take a pay cut, and instead of taking a pay cut, he retired at Mania.
That's funny.
It might be. I could see Brock totally doing that, being like, "Screw you guys."
I could too.
So we'll never know because it was such a very organic moment for Brock and Paul, essentially. But it could have been a thing where they tried to approach him for this, and he was like, "Yeah, no, like I'm out."
He would have said "fuck you" and walked out.
Yeah. So Seth and Breaker, which I think is going to be a good match. We'll see how good Braun is at working. I've seen this tough. I've seen when he worked with Carmelo Hayes in NXT. They had a great championship feud against each other. So I don't have any doubts about him. So we'll see what happens when he goes up against someone that's a veteran as Seth, who's been like there for like 15 years now. It's kind of weird.
I know.
It's very, very weird.
Long.
Yeah. Next up on the docket, we have again the match that should have happened on WrestleMania Sunday, including a Kairi Sane. But we have Io versus everybody's favorite Batman villain these days, Asuka. Asuka's a Batman villain mixed with just the crazy aunt in your family.
Yes.
The crazy, never married single aunt.
Those are the best kind.
That is Asuka for you at this moment. But like we said earlier, the one thing missing from this feud is the glue that had this feud in the first place is Kairi Sane.
Yeah.
And Kairi's not here. Is this going to be an excellent match? Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is the match we've wanted for a very long time.
This low-key might be match of the night.
Could have. This should have been night 2 of Mania.
Yeah. It's really disappointing that it wasn't at WrestleMania.
Yeah. This is why Backlash is WrestleMania Light and WrestleMania. Oh crap, we forgot to do this at WrestleMania Backlash. They're going to do great. They're going to be fantastic. It doesn't matter who wins. I love them both, but TKO loves Io.
Yeah, Io's winning for sure.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Io here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to reestablish Io as a single star. Again, this is missing Kairi Sane. This is totally missing Kairi. This really sucks, but I'm excited for this match. Anytime Asuka and Io in the ring, I really hope it's a very hard hitting, very very New Japan-esque.
Me too.
Match. I really hope this is very like strong style match.
Yeah,
but we'll see what happens. We'll definitely see what happens with that. You mentioned Gingerbread Man before, Kay, so we're going to talk about the greatest Gingerbread Man match of all time right now.
Wow.
Trick Williams versus Sami Zayn for the United States title, aka we saw this already at WrestleMania 3 weeks ago, but we're going to do it again because Sami Zayn impersonated the Gingerbread Man and then technically, quote unquote, killed the Gingerbread Man. This is what this feud is built off of.
Them killing the Gingerbread Man on TV, shit like that is why it's hard to tell people that I watch wrestling.
It is it's a very you can only appreciate if you're a wrestling fan moment.
Yeah. If I explain to a normal normie on the street that the Gingerbread Man got murdered on Friday Night SmackDown, I'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
That's how I felt about Maxwell Male Models. It was such a wrestling. It was so wrestling stupid. It was so wrestling stupid. It was perfect.
They were on Collision, and I was really excited.
Oh, the M&M Collective?
Yes. But Backlash, you know what Backlash feels to me conceptually?
What does it feel like?
Do you ever do test corrections in school?
What do you mean by test corrections?
So if you say you took a test like in high school, right? And the teacher lets you, after you get your grade, you do corrections on the ones you got wrong for extra credit.
Oh yeah, no, never did that. I think that would have not been allowed in my private school.
Oh, that's right. You went to private school.
Yep,
So
secret prep.
I don't know if this is like a public school thing.
It
But
definitely
like
was a public school thing.
I did this in like my AP classes. Like a lot of my teachers did this, where like you could like whatever questions you got wrong, you would like redo and like show your work for getting the right answer. I did it a lot in math.
That makes sense because you have to show proofs a lot of the time.
Yeah. So like, but like that's how WrestleMania Backlash feels to me. It's like this is their opportunity to correct their wrong answers, and
It's
that they didn't
possible.
do it in the first place.
Yeah, even though Sammy and Trick had a great match at Mania, I thought they were perfectly fine.
They did. They didn't need to run the back.
Yeah, Sammy
anyway.
is when you fire half the people that Trick Williams probably would have worked with, you got to do something.
But like Carmelo Hayes was right there.
I'm surprised that hasn't started yet, unless it happens this week. Unless it happens, which is fine. I mean, it's very shocking to see Sami Zayn not be beloved. Now,
I kind of like it.
Like his character's kind of taking a dig.
Yeah, he's still my ringtone though.
Oh, of course. What a ska song that is. It's just one of those things that it's, Sammy's not becoming the beloved character anymore, and he's kind of like, and it's all because Trick Williams took his spot.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see what happens with Sammy after this. Because obviously Trick's winning this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Trick's your golden goose. Trick is winning this.
Yeah, he's gonna hold that title for a long time.
Oh yes, absolutely. This man is. I don't know if you've seen him when he did media for Mania, and he was on podcasts. He is so good at media.
Oh, I bet.
He is
WWE's
so
gonna
good.
everywhere.
Oh yeah, he's so good. I mean, he has the look. Like I've been fortunate enough to see Trick Williams in person when he was doing his TNA run and stuff like that. Like he's a big dude. He also legitimately does like to walk shirtless most places.
Yeah.
But he's got the look. He's very well spoken for a professional athlete. And he also has that athletic background where he can speak to other athletes who hold podcasts and be on ESPN and understand how to work that type of media. So he's tailor made for something like this.
Yeah. So
him as the U.S. champion was fantastic. He's winning this very, very hands down.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, whoop that Trick will live on forever. Moving on to what is essentially, I think, what is it? Yeah, the final match on the card here. We have
I'm so excited.
A tag team match with The Miz, who just sold his mansion, by the way. And
in real life?
Yeah, he sold it for, I think it got sold for $7.2 million.
Good for him.
So The Miz and Kit Wilson, Mr. Toxic himself, versus Danhausen and the mystery opponents, okay? If not Eva Marie.
I was going to say Eva Marie.
If not Goldberg, for the sake of Mance's heart. Who is Danhausen's mystery opponent?
I have been thinking about this all week.
Is it Big Papa Pump with all the sirens in the background?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on in my neighborhood tonight on this fine Tuesday. I am gonna say if it's CM Punk, I'm gonna be pissed because I don't want it to be CM Punk.
I think Punk and AJ Lee are on a vacation.
Good, let them be. I like when Mr. Fretz said Danhausen's partner will be Joe Hendryhausen.
Not with his thing with Logan Paul, which did you see the music video that came out today?
I did. Today. There's a new music video?
Joe Hendry did a music video for...
I saw the concert. I didn't know he made a music video as well.
There's a music video for Fire Logan Paul.
Oh my god. I'll watch it when we get off.
Yeah.
I wonder if Danhausen is going to be able to get. Oh my god! Wait, what if it's like Mr. Iguana?
I don't. Mr. Iguana would be great. He did show up on NXT last week with Lola Vice.
I like wonder. I'm like Danhausen could either go like stay the campy route and get someone like Mr. Iguana, or he could get like a legend or some shit to come out of retirement. Like, what if it's the Undertaker?
It's not Taker.
I know it's not Taker. Taker wouldn't do that much. Wait, who's retired or like hasn't wrestled in a while that might have history with the Miz?
I don't know. I'm thinking. My initial thought was Batista, but Batista's never wrestling again.
Oh no, Batista's done.
Yeah, Batista's done, and rightfully so. It's fine. Batista's making millions in Hollywood. Two would be crazy enough to do a partnership with Danhausen. Like, it's a mystery opponent, so it's either somebody that we've seen already and we're kind of just fooling us, or someone that no, it is not Jelly Roll to Quan.
That's another thing. Like, I have more like people I don't want it to be. Like,
who do you not want it to be?
Jelly Roll for one, or a celebrity, really.
Daniel Bryan is not going to be there because Bryan Danielson is still employed by AEW. Nice try, Sir Charles.
I had an idea before I remembered that he is signed with AEW as well, but I thought John Morrison would be funny. But then
John Morrison, I believe, is a free agent.
I thought he's in AEW.
I don't believe so.
TV?
I don't believe so.
Wait, is John Morrison not Johnny TV?
No, Johnny TV is John Morrison, but I didn't know if he was still contracted with AEW.
He was on TV this week.
Oh, never mind. Fred's with a good guess. Elton Prince would be very interesting.
Is he cleared?
I don't know if he's cleared. That's also a thing because he had a really bad neck injury, so I don't know if he's cleared. It'd be really cool, even though it would be kind of weird, but just awesome because everybody loves her. Topanga.
Oh my god, that would be fun.
Topanga's been a giant Danhausen fan for years. So,
is there anybody that has like a Tampa connection or like a Florida connection?
I mean, there's a lot of wrestlers who just like reside in Florida just in general. It doesn't help anybody at all. I honestly don't know who you could pull out. You know, I will say this: the Danhausen experiment has worked wildly well.
It's incredible.
We're not doing Val Venus, Sir Charles.
I think it's like you know how Danhausen's in it. So my friends that don't watch wrestling are sending me Danhausen memes because they like Danhausen.
Yeah, I mean, listen though, it was a wild investment. His debut kind of fell really flat. Sabio Vegas from Puerto Rico, not Bad Bunny, but this is in Puerto Rico to Quan and Freds. We've used those backlash cards.
Bad Bunny and Danhausen would send me over the edge in the best possible way.
It would work because Bad Bunny does have history with The Miz.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
And Bad Bunny did show up as the Met Gala as an old man.
He looked great. That's really good. They used on him. The Boogeyman would be so cool.
The Boogeyman would work. The Boogeyman would work really well.
Low key would be my number one pick, but we're never going to get that. I loved the Boogeyman back in the day.
I like the idea of the Boogeyman. When you think of the characters of Elton Prince and The Miz, the Boogeyman would work perfectly.
But
it's not Gilbert, Fred. Stop it.
I feel like it might not be is because, like we said earlier, TKO is trying to move away from spooky.
Yet they signed Danhausen.
Danhausen is merch selling spooky, but he's not like he's not like scary movie spooky. He's like cozy, cute spooky.
He's like a Deadpool mixed with like the Tick.
Yeah.
Sir Charles says it'll probably be our troop. Priest can come out confused as the White Troop is teaming with anyone else. That could work.
I could see that. Yes, he is Svengoolie spooky.
That's a good pull to Quan. Good pull. Yeah, I don't know. Like this is I'm very intrigued by who Denhausen can get. But
Me
we'll
too.
see what happens. We'll definitely see what happens. The mini Housens who are wrestlers.
Mm.
Well, we used that card already at WrestleMania, so we're not going to rehash everything. Be that as it
Yeah.
may, Denhausen and the mystery opponent are winning.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Yeah,
Miz
hands
and
down.
the Miz and Kid are cursed, aren't they?
I believe so. What if it's like
Then yeah.
Omos? Like Omashausen?
Oh my god. Obafemihausen.
It's not going to be Oba. Oba, that'd be really funny. By the way, have you finished watching Raw?
No. I'll finish it. Probably
The
tomorrow.
Oba Femi
Work.
Open Challenge was a
Oh,
sight
I
to see.
start. That's where I paused to
Mm-hmm.
get onto the show.
That's a great match. That's a really
I started it. I saw who it is. I didn't watch the match.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, no, it's a fantastic little piece of action there. So yeah, Danhausen wins this. There's not really much more to say here, but Danhausen's going to win because that man is literally selling merch.
Wait.
Like no one's business.
What if he says John Cena is his mystery opponent, but it's really a 2-on-1 handicap match, but Danhausen wins anyway?
Someone said Invisible John Cena earlier. I think it was Charles.
No, but they could literally do that. That doesn't fuck with John Cena's lore.
That's true. That's true. Speed to break his. Oh, it could be ISO Speed. That'd be funny to break his curse.
Oh, maybe.
That'd be really cool. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, no matter what happens, Danhausen's winning this.
Yes, for sure.
Absolutely. And so that's pretty much all we have for the Backlash card. Because it's like I said, it's not really that much going on at Backlash. 5 matches so far. They might add another one, probably not. This is going to be a very, very quick PLE. I am assuming that much, which really makes me wonder when the hell am I going to see Mortal Kombat this weekend. Anywho, 6 Eastern this Saturday on ESPN2 for the first hour and ESPN Unlimited for the rest of it, simulcast technically for the first hour. How good do you think this PLE is going to be, Kay?
I'll give it like a 7.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. So yeah, I think I'm gonna give it a 7. Well, like I'm not expecting anything big here.
Me neither.
Nothing big at all. You know, because then in a couple weeks, not only do we have Saturday Night's Main Event, but then the week after that, because Saturday Night's Main Event, I believe, is Memorial Day weekend. And then the week after that is Clash in Italy. Yeah. Yeah. On top of the Noche night, or Noche is night, for AAA, which has the mass versus mass match.
Oh shit, when is that?
I believe it's the same weekend as Clash in Italy.
No, that's so much. So much wrestling.
It's
I'll do
a lot.
it, but like, oh.
Yeah. So,
I get prediction fatigue.
We do get prediction fatigue sometimes, but we're going to have to switch it up because obviously we do also have AEW to talk about as well in the coming weeks because of Double or Nothing. Are we still trying to go to Double or Nothing? Or what's up with that?
Yes. I get paid in 2 weeks. I think we should jump. I was looking at tickets yesterday, actually.
Were you really?
Yes. It's pretty much nosebleeds are left.
Gotcha. Well I'll shop around.
But it would be like $50 per person.
Yeah, we'll shop around.
Yeah.
We'll shop around. There's a deal to be had somewhere, and we will find it.
They're selling They're selling a AEW Trios ticket pack.
Trios ticket pack. What does that mean?
Where it's like 3 tickets for a price for one price.
Oh, that actually might not be bad. That might not be bad at all, actually. So I'm interested in that. It'll be my first AEW PLE or pay-per-view.
Oh shit, that's right.
Yeah, because I've only done Dynamite.
Well, I guess mine too, because I've been to Grand Slam, and that's not a pay-per-view.
And Grand Slam's not technically a pay-per-view, even though it should be.
Yeah. Wait, this is our first AEW PLE?
That we've attended, yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's actually crazy to think about.
Well, we never went to Forbidden Door when I was at the UBS Arena.
They do it during Pride every year. I'm not doing that. They were doing fucking Forbidden Door during Pride every weekend. I'm not missing the Pride parade to go to AEW. Sorry, AEW.
Understandable.
Let's see.
So, what are we looking at for prices for Double or Nothing right now? As we kind of close out the show at this moment.
Cheapest ticket per person, $37.15.
Was that StubHub?
That's what we. No, that's Ticketmaster proper.
Oh, okay.
Like actual tickets, not resale. And then they have some Me Plus 3 4-pack offer that's like around the same price, like $37.50, $15 per person. Like mad affordable. It's nosebleeds, but again, that's not bad prices.
It's not bad pricing at all. We'll definitely look into it. Because
Yeah.
I also have to figure it out because I did pledge to see The Mandalorian and Grogu that weekend as well.
Do you have? Are you going that day?
I don't remember because I did not buy the tickets.
I see. We will figure it out.
Yes, we shall. Anything else we missed in wrestling? Anything you want to talk about? Anything that we've skimmed over that you want to elaborate on a little bit more?
Not that I can think of.
Same for me, actually, because I honestly don't think I have anything else. Also, I am kind of preoccupied because I do want to watch the season finale of Daredevil that comes out in like a half hour.
You go watch Daredevil. I need to go to bed.
That's right. It's a school night for you now.
It's a school night.
But we did end in
post show.
No post show. We did end in good enough time for everybody. So with that being said, let's get you to some nappies, Kay. And sleep your way away. So
I didn't take a nap after school today. I dyed my hair all day.
Listen, everybody's got you got to do something. I totally get it. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been listening to Kings of the Rings podcast, episode number 442, titled to be named later because I actually don't know what I would name it right now. I've been your host, King Ricky Rose. You can find me on Ambassador Biggs across all social media outlets, BIGZ Ambassador Biggs, with all of his hair galore, soon to be cut off probably in a week's time. Find Kings of the Rings podcast at KOTR_podcast across all social media outlets. Like, share, subscribe. The links to all of that are in the description below, as well as the QR code that is right above my head if you are watching us. If you are listening to us, make sure you listen to us on Wrestle Addict Radio, the cure for the common wrestling podcast, and follow Wrestle Addict Radio socials at addict_wrestle on Twitter and at Wrestle Addict Radio, all one word, everywhere else. Again, the links to all of that are in the description below. Kay Housen, take it away.
First, just want to say happy graduation to Taquan. Graduation is Saturday.
Oh, crap. Shit.
So exciting. So exciting for you. Have the best time.
Holy crap. Welcome to the real world, Taquan. Jesus Christ. Proud of you. Yeah. Don't graduate, Taquan. Stay in the number here. I'm telling you right now.
No, graduate. Don't be like me at almost 35 without a degree. Graduate.
Taquan, it's a trap. Taquan, it is a trap. I'll tell you that.
Yes, it is a trap. But if you're trapped with a degree, there are slightly more options for you than if you don't have a degree.
Only slightly, Taquan. Only slightly.
Only a little bit. As for me, it's a school night. I have nothing to plug. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram at KAE_FABE.
That is right, folks. When we come back, hopefully next week, we're going to have the fallout from Backlash. We're going to start getting ready for AEW Double or Nothing. We are going to maybe talk about TNA because that's something we have very much so neglected. And TNA's doing really well for themselves. Ali came back. They do. At least TNA has a lot of dark and demented characters that we can really get into.
Matt Hardy's back.
Broken Matt Hardy has returned as well. We're going to see what's going on with NXT because NXT is on the up and up yet again. So there's a lot of good wrestling to talk about, and we're going to see who pops up in the next 90 days because there's a lot of good talent out there that is now looking for their forever homes. Looking for their forever homes show title.
Love it.
So with that being said, folks, no post show. We're gonna make this real quick because it is Cinco de Mayo, and we have to celebrate by being as nerdy as ever and also Revenge of the Fifth. So goodbye, good night. We'll see you soon. And yeah, fuck you, Slack. Yeah, might as well, right?
Fuck you, Slack. Happy 5th of Mayo.
See you guys later.
Bye.
This has been a Wrestle Addict Radio branded podcast.